Welcome back, everyone, to Elder Scrolls Online. We are heading in the east direction this time, and we're going to try and find the way to Venice. As we've already made our way to the,
This one and his beloved mate sought shelter, but there was none to be found. Urnabi, she didn't make it. Now I lack the will to go on. Our children will grow up without parents. They will be poor and destitute, and probably die young and alone. This one and his mate, we lost our way one night. We followed a light in the forest, wound up in this depressing place. We took shelter in a cave to the northeast, but that didn't work out so well. Especially not for poor Ernabi. We were attacked by Nilokilo and his monsters as soon as we set foot in the cave. This one and poor Ernabi fought our way out, and eventually escaped into the wastes. This one's beloved Ernabi was wounded in the escape. She died before we could reach safety and find a healer. This one's claws will never be sharp again.
Apparently there's something going on with the, cave somewhere. Ah, it's marked on our map now, okay. That's another dwell to do. It looks like there's a fork down southward here that I'm interested in, so I think we'll head down this way. That's not sure what to make of that, but I guess we'll follow it for now. Oh, we found another world boss. Nice.
Handle this, sir. You can come out and see in a moment. So, someone has come to help us at last. We're out here in the middle of Cold Harbor, and that's the best question you can come up with? I am most definitely not talking to myself. I am speaking to the alchemist. Be quiet, you mangy cat. I can't hear myself think with all that racket. Patience, sir. I'll explain everything. I am with the Mages Guild. We stepped through the portal and wound up in this vile laboratory. Daedra experimented on us. They merged our two souls. Now we're wasting away as this soul meld kills us.
What?
To see out of Khajiit eyes again. The hates being caged in that dark place. Yes, this one is pretty famous. Perhaps you have heard of it. But sir, I must tell you, this soul meld is killing us. Will you help us? Will you unmeld our souls? Unmeld this soul to a word. Pardon. The dwarven device that caused this is inside the laboratory. But Robo blocks the way. Collect Zer's notes and a bottle of pearl tincture. With those, this one can make a potion that will get you past the rubble. Questions are good. Ask and ask again. That is the systematic method of experimentation. Remember that you must know the rules before you can successfully break them. Their specialty is transmutation. Change one thing into another. So, not too difficult to change you from large to small. Then you can slip past the obstacles that block the entrance. Zer never said it would be easy, Dark Elf. Mind your tongue. Unfortunately, no. The soul meld weakens us, and we must conserve our strength. With the recipe and the ingredients, This one can make a transmutation potion and exert almost no energy whatsoever. A much better approach at this time, yes? Oh yes, we came to defeat the evil Molag Bal. Or was it Menemarco? There forgets. So many bad things start with the letter M. But something went wrong and Godress and this one ended up here. That's when the Daedra melted our souls.
Alright, so Khajiit, Dark Elf, melded together. Sounds like it could be a good sitcom there. Let's go ahead and pick up this. Ooh, I like that. Guess it must be down there. Actually, I guess we have to head down this way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The feud continues, you miserable bucket of bolts. You insult me, Zamorak, and that I cannot forgive. Lunch again on Midas. Sir Cadwell. Lots of people hanging out around here, apparently. Zombie! Hey now. Use of a pure tincture created from the inherent essence of this rare gem can stabilize a transmutation potion. It is a crucial component for potions meant to modify living flesh for any period of time. Pearl tinctures can be created in a number of ways. Pearl's essence take time and patience, not unlike the creation of a pearl from a grain of sand. Note, pounding a pearl with a fist-sized rock is not officious. I like the word officious. Gratis uses it often, and it has stuck with me. Officious. Drinking a pearl with an acidic substance produces a type of goo. The dry goo can be finely ground and dissolved in a liquid. Yes, that may work. I'll have a tincture in no time. It's just, there's just like a roving band of people everywhere. What the heck? "11 drops of the tincture. No, no, no. 7 drops, no more, no less. Do not oversaturate the pace of tincture. I need more ground pearl powder. Grad just had some. I need to borrow it. It's for a good cause, but I wish he did not get so cross. Always going without not wasting time or ingredients. His middle name must be Tightwad. Odd that scat crawl dust had the effect it did, but this finding is very useful. Very useful indeed. Never knew the dried leaves made such a fine powder. Hadn't intended for the leaves to dry out, though. Just another of those useful accidents that make a brilliant alchemist. Scat crawl hard to come by here. Possible substitutes need to be investigated. Dried mort flesh is not a good substitute. Pity. Lots of that around here. Poor deformed creatures. I would feel more pity for them if they weren't trying to kill us. So 7 drops of pure tincture, 3 precise pinches of dried scat crawl, 1 drum of purified water, dried blood. You never know what you might need a potion to make you small. Last one should be right over here. Somewhere.
Psst, over here. This one used an illusion spell. Very little effort. Sir has found you. This one is so happy now. Sir thought this was where he left the tincture, so I came to investigate. Don't tell Godress that Zer was here. A simple illusion spell protected me. But Godress gets worried. Me? I like to explore. This one has always enjoyed trying new and different things. But this situation, it is very strange, very awkward. Is that thought me, sir? Or me, Godress? This one can never be certain where his thoughts end, and Godress's begin. Very confusing, yes?
And we got it. What is going on here? Is everybody just like roaming around, destroying everything they can? Oh, we got an instance here.
Zar told you our friend would find the scatters. You worried too much. Godress is upset because we had to hide behind some rocks. Undignified, he said. Well, Zar says that being eaten by a deformed creature is even more undignified. Quiet, Godress. This one knows what he's doing. This is most fragrant work, my friend. Most fragrant. Zar shall draft the potion immediately. It should make you slightly smaller. Certainly small enough to squeeze through the rubble. Long enough to slip into the laboratory. A few minutes, give or take. Now, let Zar think. Was it 6 or 7 drops of tincture? Zar thinks he saw some dried scarecrow over here. Ah, yes, here it is. Ah, Zar's finest potion yet. You will drink it now, yes?
This grows more taxing by the hour. Here is the potion. I hope Zer didn't cut any corners, but knowing him, it probably tastes terrible. Yes, Zer, I'll be sure to mention it. I am not a mixer of potions, and I don't want to debate the merits of alchemy with Zer again. But the cat knows what he's doing. Inside, look for my notebook. It lists what you need to craft the antipodal rods. Rods that will reverse the soul meld. Just find the components and craft the rods. We will try to recuperate and regain enough strength to teleport ourselves inside. If you have questions, please ask them before you drink the potion. Find the metallurgy workshop. My notebook should be there, placed neatly on a workbench. It contains a list of what you need to create the antipodal rods. Gather the items and craft the rods. Oh, very well. Zer reminds me that time is short, so I will try to be brief. The rods form 2 opposing forces that should create a negative energy vortex. In theory, the vortex will unlink the strands that bind our souls and set us free. It shouldn't be a problem. The laboratory has a forge. Just follow the directions and apply the proper catalyst. The rods should be able to withstand the reversal process. After you forge the rods, meet me by the Overseer's atelier. The potion will work, you'll see. And know that I am grateful for your help. We both are.
Alright. Let's get small. Yeah, it's pretty small. Looks like we're making progress. Curious looking place. I knew Malachite would not have the conductivity required for the process. We pursued yet another futile path, but Zur was insistent. Will keep at it. I do wish Zur would take the time to organize and collect his notes, though. For the process of elimination trial and error, trial on my part, error when Zur is in control, I think we finally made a breakthrough. I believe the following items will result in antipodia rods that can conduct currents of magicka required to reverse the soul meld, while also withstanding the forces of the negative vortex. Ebony ore, crystallized essence matrix, Revine void salts. These base components require alchemical catalysts to properly merge their properties when superheated within a forge. I'll do further research as a suitable catalyst, and I'll pray that to my ancestors in the Tribble that it's something we can find within the Violet Repository. Okay. More zombies. Go ahead and that's not what I wanted to hit. There we go. Ooh, increases weapon power, okay. And then the ebony ore. Alright, let's see.
Godress's teleport spell worked. This one is here. Be careful, friend. The dwarven constructs have awakened. The hate standing in the green goo. No amount of licking gets it out of one's fur. Godress worries so much. He wanted to make sure you found the catalyst. The catalyst makes the rod strong enough to withstand both magicka and machinery. Two things this one likes very much. The basic ingredients can be melted, but without a catalyst to imbue them with strength and elemental. Alchemy is not boring, Godress. Ah, very well. Godress wrote about a proper catalyst for the antipodal rods. He wants you to read his notes. After the soul meld, the Overseer ignored us. The dwarven constructs were inactive, so we were able to work here in relative peace. Yes, Godress, everything was fine until Zur exploded something. The Dark Elf sure knows how to hold a grudge. Many things. The last one was pretty spectacular. It was an accident, of course. Godress was so mad because we were forced outside, but it proved his first suggestion for a catalyst didn't work. So, the experiment was successful.
I despair of ever finding a solution to the catalyst problem. Even Zur's usual unfounded optimism cannot seem to lift my spirits. I have gone over all possible candidates for a catalyst to ignite the process to forge the antipodia rods. The only substance that might have access to is the corrupted blood of a feral creature. We examined a dead creature, and Zur tried to transform its blood. But its alchemical process was flawed. Our Daedric captors, however, apparently have more success in this area. Samples of corrupted blood are stored in the experiment chamber, where they are guarded by a monster the Daedra created using that very same blood. I need to comprehend my despair. If I had enough strength to access my full power, I could easily subdue this monster, and we could take as many vials of corrupted blood as we could carry. As it is, we barely have enough energy to cast simple illusions, and even these fail more often than not. There is no way we could survive an encounter with the Chamber's Guardian. Sir firmly holds the hope that someone will find us, but I suspect that our Aegis Guild companions are busy dealing with their own problems. I fear this mission has already ended in failure and that we are doomed to succumb to the soul meld. But I shall not dash Zer's hope. As disorganized as he can be, I can find some comfort in his blind faith. Okay. Let's go get this blood then. Ooh. Oh, hello there. Okay, we're good to start. And down.
Over here! The constructs have moved away from the forge. All this skulking around using up valuable energy on apprentice-level illusions. I grow ever more weary. Even Zer's enthusiasm is ebbing. I'm afraid to hope too much. But you've made such progress. Perhaps we shall end this torment after all. The constructs have moved off. The forge area is clear, at least for the moment. Melt the components in the furnace, then craft 2 rods from the mixture. There is an anvil near the furnace. Be careful, though. The mixture can be volatile. The machine that merged us is further on, in the Overseer's atelier. We'll meet there.
All right. Looks like we have no choice but to find the correct way, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, we made it.
Teleportation was never this difficult before. The spell took so much out of me, I was afraid we would never materialize. But Zer has the key to this room. He acquired it shortly after we'd got here. Were you able to craft the antipodal rods? We are so close. You need to use the rods to activate the dwarven device that performed the soul meld. Oh, and the crystal. I'm getting as careless as Zer. Look for a glowing crystal. The Overseer placed it in the machine to power the device. Well, in a manner of speaking, understand that Zer and I do not have two separate bodies to return to. But if this works, the soul meld won't kill the both of us. The magic will separate the intertwined strands of our souls, but only one of us will survive the process. Do not be dismayed. We rejoice at a chance for one of us to survive. Go on ahead. We will meet you inside momentarily. Stop shouting, Zer. What? Oh, yes, of course. No, you're right. Zer reminds me that you have been most helpful, and we need to rest anyway. So I decided not to cut you off with a snide retort. Please accept my apologies and ask your questions. Based on our own experience, it appears that merging two souls into one vessel causes an internal storm as the souls vie for control. It takes all of our mental fortitude to maintain our individual personalities. Then nature takes its course, but at least we will have tried to beat this. At least one of us has a chance to survive, and know that, however this ends, I am grateful for the aid you have provided us. If the device works the way I expect, then the person operating it will decide which of our souls survives the reversal process, and which is discarded. I guess it will be up to you to choose who lives and who dies. Well, I could make a strong case as to why I should be the one to survive. My qualifications, my experience, my worth to the Mages Guild. But the truth is, I have grown fond of Zer. My right to survive is no greater than his. I cannot advise you.
Well, we got a hefty choice to make, don't we?
The Overseer's in there. He put us into this dwarven machine. He's dangerous. Do not worry. This one is not afraid. The process can be reversed. Our research tells us this. Zer is optimistic. And if I die, then it is just on to another adventure, yes? We're very different. Zer has learned much sharing a dark elf's mind. Few Khajiit experience such a wonder, yes? Godress will do many great things, provided the unmelding works. And so will Zer. But this one would never choose himself over another. Some theoretical extrapolations are what Godress excels at, and this one's experiments support his research. We believe the device can be forced to unmeld our souls. In any event, we won't survive the soul meld. At the very least, we must try. What's that? Yes, Zer will pass that along. Now, quiet, please. The Overseer's in there. He put us into this dwarven machine. He's dangerous. Many of the constructs that roam this place are under his control. Godress recommends killing him quickly.
Alright. Guess we better get rid of this guy. Ooh, he doesn't have a lot of health at all. Jeez, that wasn't very hard. Ooh, more spiders. That's a lot of materia.
I wasn't sure the illusion would last long enough to make it across the chamber, but it did.
As the end approaches, this one must admit that he will miss our time together. This one can't believe you crossed this chamber without so much as an illusion to mask your presence. You are so brave. This one, Zer's whiskers were twitching inside the Dark Elf's head. Next comes the exciting part. You test our theory. See those two pillars? One represents Zer, the other Godress. Insert the antipodal rods and turn on the device. If it works, you should be able to separate our melted souls. Yes, as we have explained, one body, one soul. At least one of us will survive to help the Mages Guild. This one knows you will make the right decision. Place the crystal into the machine, then insert an antipodal rod into each pillar to start the unmelding process. One of us must be saved.
That's a hard choice. Dark Elf or Cat? Dark Elf or Cat? And neither one was really that much of a douchebag either. That's a really hard choice.
Essence is being shredded. Why do you ask such meaningless questions? We cannot hold together much longer. How strange this feels. To be simply Zer again is lonely. Zer is fine. At least, Zer thinks it is true. This one feels strangely empty. This one is Zer again. But, thanks to my time with Godress, this one is also different. Zer wants very much to leave this place. Many bad memories. The door is nearby. It will open from this side. Meet us, me, outside. My abilities grow stronger already. This one can create a portal to somewhere safe, once we are outside.
Okay, there's probably 3 of these and all on this side as well. I made it. Sometimes when the enemy's too close, it won't let you leave, but I guess I got away with that. Oh, you're done there. Okay.
Zer's mind feels empty, silent. I miss Godress already. During our time together, we determined that the dwarven device operates on the same principles as Molag Bal's plane mare. Zur will honor the Dark Elf's memory and give him credit for this discovery. Thank you again for saving us, my friend. This one is strong enough to open a portal now. We shall go to this hollow city Zur has heard so much about. The portal shall remain open for only a few minutes, my friend. Zur hopes to see you again in the hollow city.
Alright, that's another one to the Hollow City. So I guess we move along. I guess probably we'd have to head north at this point and see if there's anything off that way. Here's the roving band of people here again. Oh wait, there's a thing over here. I think that might be the other of the two. I think there was only two here anyways. Death Spitter's Lair, that's a new one. Okay. Court of Contempt. Okay, that's an interesting sounding one.
I arrived with a few other wizards, conjuration masters. We helped open the portal to Cold Harbor. Unfortunately, we didn't arrive where we expected. A defensive countermeasure, I think. Molag Bal's forces were upon us in an instant. They were captured by Daedra, led by Judge Zivan. In the confusion, I managed to slip away. I've been scouting around in scamp form ever since. The mages are on trial inside the Hall of Judgment. I could hear Judge Zivan shouting at them. We must help them. A magical barrier shields the entryway to the hall. It's powered by elemental crystals. We must destroy the crystals and collect a key to open the gate. You must hurry. Daedric justice can be swift. Collect the gate from the coffer to the north, and destroy the 3 crystals to bring down the barrier. There's 1 crystal in each tower. Meet me near the Hall of Judgment's entrance when you're done. I'll continue scouting until then. Mages Guild Warlock and Master Conjurer at your service. I'm an expert on the planes of Oblivion, so I was an obvious choice to undertake this mission. I was raised on the Shivering Isles, so I am intimately familiar with Oblivion. A trick I picked up made it easier to get around the Shivering Isles. I was using it to scout the area when I saw you approaching. Some consider my methods unorthodox, but the results speak for themselves. I certainly wasn't captured by the Daedra. Why, nothing gets past you, does it? Though I was born on your world, I grew up in Oblivion. It gives me a rather unique perspective that the Mages Guild often makes use of. Judge Zivan has them on trial in the Hall of Judgment. From what I've been able to overhear, it isn't going well for them. To get inside, we need to bring down that barrier. Then the mages and I can get back to the mission that brought us here. The 3 elemental crystals, yes. But more than that, we also need a key to open the locked gate. I saw them place the gate key in a guarded coffer in the northern section of the ruins.
Alright. So we got a few things to do here. I see a way shard off the way, and I see a sky shard apparently. If I can just hop over here a little bit. There we go. we got a new skill point. That's nice. Yeah, we gotta go around. Oh, there's another one behind me. Okay, that explains why I was getting thrown around. I didn't know why. All the way up here? Okay. There we go. First one down. Maybe I should go for that one over there since it's the furthest. My goodness. The Jamor are just all over the place here. Must be the summoner type, I guess. Yes, that appears to be correct. We aim for you first, then. Yeah, I didn't have enough stamina for that. Just run up here before the guy can actually catch up to me. Yeah, there you. Somebody must have cleared this out recently. I want that way shrine. Seems to be at a bit of a weird spot, though. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it should fit through that little crack. I do like we have niches around again. here, apparently. What the heck? Let's see what's inside. 8 key. Oh, hi there. Just chilling in the background there. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's see where we head next. Looks like we have to talk to the Shivering Isles mage again.
The trial is over. Judge Ziven found my companions guilty and sentenced them to death. They were taken to the cells below the hall while preparations are made for the execution. I'm working on a distraction to cover our escape. Did you find the key? Is this really the time for idle chit-chat? Oh, very well. We are master conjurers. Our job is to stabilize the portal so that more forces and supplies can be brought from Nirn. Until we do that, our troops will be at a distinct disadvantage here. An excellent suggestion. There's no time to waste. Let's get inside and free the others.
Alright. Let's see how this goes for us.
Oh, good. A guard. And I thought this was going to be boring.
The guilty draw to us like torch ones.
Come and be judged.
A holding cell.
You're no guard. Grab that key on the table and open these cages. Well, what are you waiting for? Open the rest of the cages, if you please. The trial was a farce. They just wanted to make us squirm. Judge Ziven went on and on about fairness and equitable treatment, but he decided we were guilty from the start.
You've got to let us out. You've got to let us out.
Okay, I guess he doesn't have anything else to say.
Great rest.
I'm still shaking. Judge Ziven gave us the death penalty.
As we go along. Thank you. This one thought we were done for after Judge Ziven sentenced us to death. How do we get out of the Hall of Judgment? They're not going to let us simply walk out of here. Malkur? Well, why didn't you say so? Tarami wondered what happened to him. But this one has had enough of this place. Let's get out of here.
Alright, let's go then.
They cast a shield spell on the gate. We're trapped.
We'll deal with the gate. Just keep them
What
away
is
from
it?
us until we're done.
You have been
Alright.
judged. You won't escape. You'll never escape my judgment, mortals.
Scamps! The true evils. Who's next? Oh, you're next, okay. Got anything else?
I think this has gone on long enough. Time for you to die now. You won't escape. No one ever escapes my judgment. I'll execute you myself.
Uh,
You've been judged and found wanting, Sivan.
Enough fun and games. Let's get out of here.
The diversion I set up is working. Hurry before the Daedra notice and come after us. We fought well, didn't we? I think we might just have a chance at turning this disaster into a successful operation. We've opened a portal to the city. Feel free to use it if you want. We're in your debt. Without your help, the others would still be locked away, or worse. We'll get to safety and begin stabilizing the portals to Nirn right away. All right, let's head out. We've got portals to stabilize, you know.
okay, I think I might take this piece of armor even though it's a little bit lower than what I have at the moment, just because it has the set attached to it as well. So that'll put it at set 3, which adds a little bit of stamina recovery, so... Alright, well it looks like there's only one more pathway off this way before we get to the main stuff, whatever this is going to be. This looks about correct, I guess. think the way shrine's actually up there. Yep, here it is. Oh, we found a 12 too. Let's go ahead and mark this one as well while we have the chance. Looks like a Skyrim barrow here. Must be something down this road. They wouldn't have made a pathway for it otherwise.